I almost plussed one dragon there.
That's okay. The only thing that I have to say about +1 is if you're gonna do a +1, walk forward one band. Like
I
you
was
see these
going
colored
to, but
bands?
Emu said that he would disconnect if I did it, so I stopped.
Yeah, because look at me. Look at me. I'm wide the
Well,
fuck open.
well,
If you go into
okay,
the
okay,
game
listen, listen,
chat,
listen,
he's
listen.
saying no.
Listen. You can +1 if you see it's an available option. This is not. Like if the defenders just like allow this guy to run up, right? If they don't crash on the back line, then yeah, you can do a +1, but they crash. It's a light crash, but it's still covered. So I wouldn't do a +1. But again, if you're doing one, all you have to do is walk forward one band and look all the way up. That's it.
Because like you
No
could have
extra
gave it
effort,
to me
no
like
nothing like
5 minutes sooner, and we would have had a break on it. That's why I was saying don't do it. That's why I say don't ever do that because like I'm
Okay,
wide
hold up,
open.
hold up,
Always the
hold up,
wings
hold
are
up.
always
Yes,
open.
five drops back. Yes, you have a bit of an option here. He sends it to you pretty quick. Like
If it was,
that's still very quick. He could have sent it. Yes, he could have sent it like more in front of you or like been ready to just send it to you right away and you would have been like here instead. But this is still like you have a bunch of space here. Just let it play out for a sec. Yeah, you still have the beat on your man. You're still able to send ball. Unfortunate that it's not grabbed properly. Okay, so physics, don't be afraid to like turn and watch when it's that far out. Like you can do that if you feel more comfortable like maintaining your camera as forward as possible. Then sure, but like unless they become unless the ball like becomes a shot like a threatening shot opportunity, like you're allowed to physically turn your camera and your character to face it. I know that we talked about like
Bro,
keeping your character
there is
as straight as possible,
with
but
some of the defenders and some of the people I play with, there is never a safe time. I promise you, it's just something inherently like built into my system now. I never relax in
well,
a
well,
goal.
well, there's a save time because there isn't any passing option even remotely close to like positionally where there would be a threatening shot option.
They will shoot from right there.
Well, if they shoot from right there, first off, never go past your 6 yard line.
Yeah.
Like unless you guys have like good and safe possession of the ball. Like there's a sweeper keeper style, right?
Yeah.
Where keepers like Terstergen and others, they walk up, they'll be out in the field here. They the spacing or like what should prompt you to get out of your box and be that close is if you have a lot of men up and you guys have good relative safe possession of the ball. If something happens on the back end and the ball is like in the last man's hands, but everybody's up here, so there's no one like to drop back, and they end up needing to dish it back to you, then you can. Or if they lose it, or if there's a pop out ball, you'd be able to come up and grab it. That's the whole idea. So like whenever this is happening and the ball is still making its way up the field, and this, just be on your 6 yard. And anything from
go
here
lay
is
down.
like you still don't have like enough time to safely
Go lay
drop
down.
back, and it just makes me it just is easier to be here. So person with the ball is what you should be positioning yourself relative to because the ball is where all of the threats lie. So person has ball, sit 6 yard box because these guys are the passing options. If he takes a shot, all you need to do is just drop back, right? 6 yard box. Depending on how he sends this, let's see. Sends it over there. If he sends it over here, you drop back just a little bit, and then there. I know we've talked about this, but as long as the person with the ball physically is doesn't get closer than the 1.5 boxes to you wherever you're standing, and hasn't crossed the 18-yard box, then there's no reason to like go. Then there's no reason to drop back. So in this case, the ball went behind the 18-yard box, so you had to drop back.
Yep.
When that guy was up there and having it, you could be right here. That's fine. But the moment that he sends, you have to adjust your position for it. And for this, he's outside of box, so you're perfectly fine with just being all the way back here.
Heard.
because this ball isn't being sent to him like here, there's no reason for you to like need to go out, right?
Here's a question for you. Should I actually, if you look at my feet, should I be on the line or where I am? I get this thing. I don't know if it's because I play on like 60 ping a lot of the time. If I dive right, and I swear to God, I've done the input thing before, it shows right. I dive backwards into the goal if I hold fucking line. Even if I jump off of the sound animation and when the dot moves up and I get the magnet, it drags me backwards into the goal unless I'm like a hair in front of the line like that.
Well, it still counts as a save, right?
There are times where no, it'll drag me back and like I catch the ball and it hits net and it goes in. It counts.
I'll have to see, because otherwise I'd just be like, yeah, as long as you're like on your line or in front of it, you should be fine.
Okay,
You'll have to show me some specific examples.
I'll have to find one.
Mm-hmm. Because that has that been like a recent thing?
It happens a lot.
Okay.
It's something that I like got so crazy upset with at one point. I considered keyboard keeping because WASD is like absolute.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. WASD like shot stopping capability. The current like upper skill ceiling is given to KBM keeping of pure shot stopping. Absolutely. Six-yard position relative. This is something where like it's way too wide for you to commit to, so you have to drop back to your line. This is again just use your map to orient yourself and figure out where he's gonna shoot because it tells you where he's gonna shoot way faster than anything else. Like if
Yeah,
it
it's
was
where
on
you
target or
can
whatever.
tell
Yeah.
kind of where I go to map reading once he gets the ball and goes for shot and I hear it. That's where I map read and check where the dot's going and start looking
Mhm.
for the guy.
Yep. And so your guy does a great job, but on this, it's the kind of thing where like, okay, this might be something that you move forward and cut off the angle on.
Yeah.
He's so close.
That's one of my
And
things is when
if
people
he takes
start
the
top
shot,
box like that, I'll hold that back
mhm,
line because of the close threat, and I just like I have that inherent instinct to go back line where like right there, like you
mhm,
said, he doesn't have another option. And, like if I stuff that, that's
mhm.
closed.
Yeah, the only other thing that I can say is like you're lucky. The blue dot shows immediately, so you can tell that it's going to be a pass of some kind, right? It's not going to be a
Yeah,
shot on target. But for this, otherwise it would be like it's such a tight angle where like map reading becomes inefficient as compared to just like watching the ball.
it's more so what happens is my visual goes from that guy on the right, and as I'm
Hmm.
transitioning, I look at the map really quickly as I hear the shot, and then I'm looking at the field like instantly. It's super fast. It's like a very
Yeah.
quick read.
You can absolutely do that. Honestly, I would do it like the kind of see the animation, look at map, and then go back to looking at the field. But there's
Yeah.
times where you don't have to look at the map. This is one of those times where like
You
it's
can
so
just trust
wide
the field
that it
because it's right
yeah
there.
you can just trust the field because if you look at map for something this wide, the ball can show up here or it can show up here, and that's the difference between a far or a near side post. It is so difficult to like off of map figure out where you need to dive if you're just sitting back on your line, which is basically what's happening.
Heard.
If you physically face them, it would be easier because you know you're eliminating like what kind of inputs you have to do. But yeah, it's just like that's gonna be a pass. Unless you end up with like a fucking freak, they're realistically not gonna take the shot from here too often. You still have to be ready for it, right? Because it can happen. But
Yeah.
yeah, Randy does a very good job of shutting this down. But the moment here, I'm gonna let this like play out, and I'm gonna tell you the moment that I would move forward to cut off the angle. I'm moving forward, like now. I'm extra efforting, and I'm moving forward,
Yeah.
and I'm just gonna hold LT. I'm just gonna hold guard stance. Now here, when this happens, 6 yard line. 6 yard line because why? 1-2.
And then if he actually
If he sends it
becomes a
over, yeah,
threat himself, that's where I just drop back with dash and yeah.
it depends on where they send the ball, right? Like if this guy runs in and it's here, it's so close. Like you have to consider how close the guy is. It's so close, and you don't have the extra effort space that you might need to drop back to your line. But if he sends it to this guy on the far, even though it's like the shot taken from the same spot, this one might be one that you can like move forward and cut off. And then you just have to rely on your defenders to recognize, hey, the goalkeeper's committed to that. We need to mark the passing option. We need to cover the areas that the goalkeeper isn't. Right? So for this, because it sends it over here, this is fine. Crappy fucking send. Holy shit. He should recognize how much space he has and like that he should just be able to retain the ball and like get closer and have to drag both your attention and all these guys and then this person can be like safer as a far option. And then because you'd have to be closer as this guy gets closer, this guy can set it right here and then you're cucked. Line. Get back. Back. Even if you like not only is your positioning off here, you need to be more center relative, right? But the reason that you need to go back on your line is because you're giving yourself more grace period. If you haven't cut off the angle, because you also have to pay attention to the person on the side. You have to play for punishables. If this was just like a solo guy, you'd be fine to move forward and cut off the angle. But because there's another option in the box, another passing option, you have to play for the punishable. This guy's also running into top box. So in the time that these guys are wasting, this guy's able to fill into the space. But then he runs and cuts off his teammate like a fucking dumbass. Cool. Oh my god. But no, you need to be like drop back to your line more.
Yeah, just trust that center dot more. It's more so that they're like right there. I'm seeing the defender in that left slot, and I'm trusting that with him in that left slot, I have a second to reset there, like right there, and then I start going centered.
Yeah. But like imagine, oh my god, dude, imagine if this guy was able to run over here, right? Like drag this guy out.
Yeah, I
and
don't
then
have enough
this guy's
time.
able to do his rainbow, and then this guy can either take the shot or whatever. Fuck and then because he gets like the quick animation rather than like the full loaded power, this is so slow. Like holy shit, the ball moves so slow. Like it's so slow that you can just walk over. You don't even have to dive. That's fucking ridiculous. Of course, his placement is bad too, but
I've been getting a lot better at reading the sound animations and like accordingly doing the right thing.
that's good. Because he takes the shot from outside of box, right? So that gives you like time to react to literally anything about the kind of shot. But it's also from like dead center, so you can't reliably read the animation. You either have to look at your map or you have to just read the ball travel.
The sound animation's what like I like the most. It doesn't lie. You can tell when there's a curve. You can tell when there's like hard shot, light shot.
The
Like
sound. I mean, yeah, no, I'm always paying attention to the sound. The sound especially is for like when I don't have the ball, when the ball is sent off screen to me, and I'm paying attention to the people that are currently threatening.
yeah,
I look at my map to see like where the ball's gonna go. You know, like it tells me where the landing spot's gonna be, and so I have a good idea of who's gonna intercept it. It also tells me if the person's about to take a shot on the net. You know, if they think they caught me lacking or something, which fuck you, no, you didn't. Uh, and then because I have a good understanding of the sounds, right? So like sound for power, sound for curve, and then landing spot. All of those give me a very good idea of how the person is about to intercept it and what kind of what kind of pass was sent and what way the person is going to interact with it. $600. You know what? Let's watch one of my gameplays.
Oh my day.
I don't even know which one it was.
but I wanted
Shit.
you to tell us why we lost that game.
Oh, you guys lost because you guys can't connect in the field. You're not taking advantage of the opportunities that you have. You have the better ball possession, you have the better like ball movement. You're just not like you guys realistically should have won everything.
Okay.
Like just take what I said all about
Exactly
like
what I
the
The
said.
first.
first one.
Just take what I said about like all the first game stuff, and then like I don't have to say it again for the second.
Got
Like
you.
that would be information overload at
No,
that point.
this is okay. Then that's fine. I'm good for the goalkeeper training because this is great for me.
Trico!
By the way, I watched the absolute living dog shit out of you while you play. Just so you know. um,
Oh, that's different. It's not the right one.
I just like that last game. I get in a really bad habit of I'm ADHD, so I'll sit there and fucking like just micro move a little bit too much and catch myself in terrible positioning spots. But like even in that video, I think at one point Emu calls out that I needed to press somebody, and I'm like, no. If they're top of box, I hold my back line. If they're above box, or no, if they're above box, I hold my back line. It's when it's a one-on-one threat that I'm able to push when
Yeah,
they're
It was a
yeah, no,
inside the
one-on-one threat.
box.
it depends. It depends. I'd have to see exactly like what thing. Holy shit. I need to figure out whatever video it was though. Give me a
He basically got
sec.
to top of box, he lobbed it to himself high and took a shot. And by the time he took the shot, he was at a position where if I would have held short box, small box instead of backline, I would have been able to push him.
I see, I see.
Yellow gun.
Here we go.
Six, seven.
Okay, so yeah, we
Ugh.
do need to do this one.
PC right now. Bro.
Wait, what the fuck happened?
20 seconds. Specs.
Oh, yeah, yeah, I see, I see. Alright, well, I'll just let it play out. So 6-yard box, right? And you see how because it's so wide, I end up backing up to my line? Because like relative, this is a shot that I'm not diving at
Yeah.
because I can react to it. Now I move forward, cut off the angle properly. He does a soft lob, which it gets over. It's so like high vertical. Why the fuck? But like I do my fucking job. The defender just needs to not commit when the goalkeeper commits. This wouldn't be a goal. Like literally, if Psycho just doesn't do that, this is header prio. He just gets it out. I do everything that I'm supposed to do here, and there are things that I can't cover. So my team has to just not commit when I commit, and vice versa. Like if it
Yeah, just play the one thing you can't cover, and then they can't score. Which is the short, the fucking
Yeah.
short lob that goes to the moon.
Yeah, like Preeks played that wonderfully, but the defense crumbled. It's like if our defense just didn't do that thing, that would never be a goal. These fuckheads are like trying to make up their mind of what they're gonna play. I hate that play, but like we're also hugging the wall. Like we're saying, well, let's play for the off the wall bounce, and then we hug the wall. All right, so see, he has his space and he's taking advantage of it. Like he's retaining it, letting them do whatever they got to do. Unfortunately, JJ just doesn't fill quick enough. Like JJ's in a great spot. He needs to be a little bit closer, just a little bit closer, because his job isn't to play for Recycle. That should be Psycho's job, but Psycho isn't there, so JJ's like playing to cover both, unfortunately. So if JJ plays from right here instead, he's able to get there, and like Specs would unfortunately out-prio him. because he has the grounded animation, but he would at least like be there and like have a proper chance at getting the interception. The reason that Specs goes for this instead is because he's so free. So again, 6-yard box, right?
The play be to
And
shoot.
then
And then I drop back because the ball comes back.
yeah, it's a threat.
Right. Psycho should be covering middle here. And then well, I don't understand why he leaves him completely like fucking like holy shit, dude.
Because you got
But
this.
but whatever. I got it because yeah, but also fuck you.
This is
Wait, who
gonna
is
be
it?
such good material for the Lockdown
Probably
United
Rosin.
boys.
Psycho.
Oh, Psycho.
Yeah, like dog. We deal with the same problems that you guys are experiencing. Everybody's doing the exact same bullshit across the board. It's just about like who does less of it. It's not
I
even
got
a
a
consistency thing. It's literally
recording.
just a who's got like more
Whose
smooth brain,
defense fucks up
who has
first,
more wrinkles,
loses.
who has more wrinkles in their brain. Now this I like a lot. Now we're all just kind of like standing around like blah 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 whatever. But yellow does this. Drags Preeks out of the way. This is great. Psycho also has a great send. And because he drags Preeks out vertically, and Psycho sends it too high for Preeks to be able to interact with it, ThanksJit now only has Zilu to interact with. And he gets such a good beat on Zilu. Like, it's just a good shot. But it's mostly enabled because of yellow's run. Like you can see the way that he's dragged out. So again, 6-yard box. The way that I drop back, I get slightly ball dragged, so it wouldn't be center. This could have been a goal if it was placed properly. But I'm also reacting to map here because he is so close. Like look how close he is relative. So bam bam, that would be just outside of penalty spot, like right here-ish.
Wait,
It's a very threatening shot.
reacting to that, Trico?
Huh?
You're reacting to the shot?
Yeah.
You saw it on minimap?
Yes.
That's crazy.
I told you guys. That's why I try to
that
keep an
reaction
eye on
time
minimap.
was disgusting.
Yeah, so even if I get through, which I get through a lot, that's why I make as many saves as I do, because I jump proper every single time.
Yeah, but that reaction time is still crazy.
I mean, yeah, I have a good reaction time as well. This is
Stupid.
just do a rainbow.
A bad shot.
Yeah.
Just do a rainbow or something else. So again, 6-yard box. Look at where he's sending it. I see that my guys are covering it, so I don't have to. I think about it for a second, which is why like I do like a little turnaround, and then I choose to back off, especially because I see this. And then he was aiming for far, it just happened to get deflected far also, which is why I dive.
Would that animation killed you if it would have went top left though? Just out of curiosity.
If he shot it,
Like same side you were diving, but top of net.
The only reason that this happens is because he gets deflected so close to him that like when I do my dive, this is the dynamic dive that is from the ball's trajectory.
Because it's trajectory. Okay. So it's going. Your dive's basing off the ball's trajectory.
Mhm.
Okay.
See? Then I dive.
Okay. So it already knows that it's not going top corner.
Yep. We called far. Someone was supposed to be far. I don't know what happened here, but someone was supposed to be far. This was ran perfectly otherwise. Passing to Casper. So 6-yard box. It's too wide, so I back up. And even though there's 2 people bucking on him. Yeah, so
You also bumper save as well, right?
bumper save? What do you mean?
Do you use Y?
Yeah, I use Y.
Really? I thought that you
Yeah.
were one of the people that said like use the back button or something. I've been using right stick click. It's really nice.
No, I don't like that. But that's okay. Like my fingers move really, really fast.
Why your fingers move so fast?
Well, you gotta
Uh,
understand, Fizz is like 45 years old, so he's
Yeah, I
not
need
there.
every advantage I can get.
Yeah, I also like when I played Rocket League, I was really, really good at chain dashes, so I have like the neurons built up in my hand, so I can like just spam the fuck out of buttons and like move
It's
my
like
thumbs really fast.
it's like a trigger finger thing, but with all your fingers.
But with my thumbs.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I don't jump because mini map, no mini map.
Yeah, it's
Fine.
really
My
just playing
defender
that
does good.
6 yard line, dash back, 6 yard line, dash back, and you're making sure to hold the 6 yard line on those like inbox 1v1 stuffs.
Mm-hmm. We can talk more about that in a minute. But so this one, right? I get the ball. Now I send it to yellow instead of JJ because yellow has possession of the ball. The defender commits to yellow instead. JJ is the person that is more advantageous to have up the field. So yellow needs to retain possession of the ball, just drop back a little bit more, and then he can either pass it off the sidewall to JJ or lob it to JJ. Like it doesn't matter. He has options that he can do to send it. What he does is this instead, and he instantly loses it. But the idea is I sent it to this guy because this guy's more advantageous. He needs as little pressure as possible to move to a more advantageous spot for him. And then they just mess up the pass, so cool. Then I'm gonna hold up onto it and just let them like move up. And here's where I start to notice that like they aren't applying much pressure to me, especially as like I start to move up. And I take advantage of that in grand finals. Like especially here, right? Like they're so like just let me like if I were to move forward, they would just let me walk. Good decommittal from Jit to recognize that he doesn't really have an option here and he needs to reset. We beat our man like over here. I don't really understand why we're taking that many extra touches after. Because in the time that like Psycho spends doing all this, Preeks recognizes that Jit is the person that we're looking for and is able to come forward and cover the space. It's a really good ball, like a fantastic ball, and as Jit goes around, but it's sent from so wide that it's like a relatively easy save for
For anybody.
yeah. It's also off the post, unfortunately.
Yeah. But he's better than Emu. So
What, Jit? Fuck no.
yeah.
So 6-yard box. Like they're sending it so wide. If it was ever the kind of thing where like it's just someone cutting right or cutting left, then it's here. Here's where I'm comfortable with it being able to move forward and like cut them off. But the main reason that I don't do it as much is because of this. This was from so he's shooting it from right here, right?
Yeah.
And this is Specs and Pretty. We were playing against Always Peeking. Pretty is like hugging my sidewall, and so it's a lob from Pretty to Specs, and I run forward and cut off the angle.
It goes
But
through your hands.
because I don't have sweeper, he shoots it around. Like there exists just a little bit of an angle, There's just the tiniest little angle, and he gets it. Like he got it. Good on him. You know, I do my best. There's still like a little bit of an angle, or like I don't do a perfect job of cutting it down and making sure that left and right are like equal cover. So if I moved like a little bit more this way instead, I'd be chilling. But then like it's also these guys can get dragged relative. It's tough. It's hard.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
I do the best that I can. He has like the slightest little angle that he needs to get around me, and he hits it. And because I don't have sweeper extra effort, this is just normal player extra effort. I can't cover the distance in time, so I don't come out as much. There are times when I do, but I don't as much.
You gotta play in the RMCS, Trico. We have Sweeper Keeper on there.
Sweeper keepers to my advantage.
Yeah. It's also how
Like
the devs intend the
there's
normal game to be played. But I just think that there needs to be like, if you don't want the goalie to have that much power, just make the freaking hold time like 15 seconds or some shit. Like,
okay.
disabling sweepers a lot.
So it's the way that the developers intended the game to be played, but it only worked when the ball moves super fast and when players move super fast. Everything is so slowed down, and also like the defense is so overpowered that like it just is so out of place now for them to have that much space or like that much individual impact, especially relative to like how like un um the offensive kit just doesn't match up. It's so overpowered defensive sided.
That's not my fault as a goalkeeper. That's the dev's
It's not no,
fault.
it's not your fault, but there's things that we as the player base can do to rectify it.
Just make it to where the goalkeeper's not allowed outside the box. Fixed.
No, that's horrible.
He said, "No, let me out."
No, that's horrible because then
No, it's
because
smooth. I'm rage
offense
baiting
is
you.
technically always playing at a man mark deficit, right?
Yeah.
It's
Or like
disadvantage.
they're technically always playing to a man disadvantage, yeah.
Yeah.
And the goalkeeper being able to like come out on the field and be a pseudo fifth man or a pseudo fifth option is exactly what allows that stuff to like not be the meta.
Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of the stuff that otherwise like would have developed like pretty naturally and perfectly fine. I like challenged and like shut down offense, and there weren't like enough good people on offense or like good creative people to help the offense flourish. So like goalkeepers in particular got very, very one-sided. Like there just weren't people to match the stuff that I was like developing and creating and teaching other people for both
Like,
defense
I-
and goalkeeper.
what's Trick? Do you have a shot against you that you really like just don't like to deal with?
Side volley.
Sidewall.
Yeah, the animation can either go like, so let's say that Specs gets a side volley animation, right? Like let's say that's me. If Specs is like, it doesn't matter like where he is, how deep he is, right? But if he's like left or right, let's say that he runs right and he gets a side volley animation where he's wrapping his leg around from the right side. Relative to his position, like if he was positioned here, so like he would still be inside of the net, or like inside of the net relative, like if the net had like a
Yeah.
little cage sticking
Yeah.
out, you know what I mean? Yeah.
I got
So he could either shoot it near or like slightly to the right of his thing, or he could shoot it all the way across. It's impossible to read like placement off of the animation alone.
Okay. So the animation of the kick, usually like which way their foot's facing is like the direction they're gonna shoot it in. You can't tell
It's
relative to that shot, or like, how does that work?
it's just biomechanics. Like if the leg goes across the body, like the ball's very likely to go across. But for that animation in particular, it's just like it can
I'm just,
also go near. So like it can go straight or it can go across. And that's the
the,
part that makes it really hard to read.
so the
Because
animations differ based off the direction that they're shooting.
Yes.
yes, yeah,
Yeah.
the animation is different based off of where they're
Is
shooting.
is it just directionally different, or is it like you can tell like based
Oh,
off?
I can tell based off
You
of where
could
the
tell.
character was facing before they were starting their animation, and then
That's
also
why
like
the
where
controller
they're
kept
aiming.
It's one of the
That's
highest
why it
techs
kept
a
strong,
goalkeeper
is
can
because you
learn.
could shoot
And once you
different
learn
angles
it,
from
it's
different
really good.
Which is
animation shots.
funny, which is really funny because I learned it before I learned anything else.
What? How to stop it?
How to animation read.
Oh, so like you can read controller tech even through that?
You can't read controller tag.
I can't read like drag shots, no, off of the animation alone. What I can do is have a good idea because I know you, I know everybody, I know what their
Oh, so
preferences are.
it's tendencies and who the
Yeah,
controller player
it's
is and not.
tendencies, yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you base it off
controller
of the
tech
player
and
as
drag
well.
shots
Yeah.
are like one of
I'm
the
talking
most
about like
unreadable shots in the game.
a blank slate is what I'm saying. Like you don't know this person at all. Not you haven't seen a single.
Then there's a good chance that I get fucked.
Okay. No, I'm just curious. I was just.
Yeah.
That's why I keep telling you
We're gonna
guys,
open up another
controller
thing.
tech, like, we've got to
Give
have
me
that
what I
at
keep
somebody
telling you, bro.
doing it.
Motherfucker, I sent this button.
It
He
just
said
eats
you, Physics,
goalkeepers'
you said he
lives.
did our game earlier.
What's that?
You said he did our game earlier.
Yeah, I'm uploading it right now unlisted. It's
Okay.
56%
I was
done.
just curious what he thought of what he thought of our team. Honestly.
Trico.
I mean, it's not bad. Like individual skill is pretty good. You just need to have like a better idea of like what options are available to you and how to like utilize them properly. So
Okay.
And there's
I was
a
just curious.
44-minute video of that where it's like the most golden video ever.
Yeah. I'm gonna go watch it because I'm kind of curious what he thought.
I feel like we can watch that same video and Lockdown watches the same video and everybody benefits from it. It's just like general knowledge of how
That's what I'm
like
saying.
the high level should happen.
I'm saying I like listening to Trico talk about it though. I feel like I'm actually learning something.
Yeah.
It's pretty much just common sense. It's pretty much just execute on it.
Yeah, executing on the
Just
plays
like
themselves.
seeing like that's what I do. Whenever I like sit there and like watch my games like 4 or 5 times and see what I missed.
Yeah, but then there's stuff like even when he
you
was
have to have
calling
an
out you here
understanding
and
of
there,
like what
Emu, like
specific thing.
just know,
Yeah.
or even Dragon, like, hey, like use your wall to get the ball up so that this specific pass is easier. Stuff like that, just like reading the space into something consistent. If you watch Assault or other teams right now, they are using that wall like a shit ton to get their player animation higher and over the defender so they can't do that stupid block shit.
They're creating enough space to get around as needed, for sure. God, this is the Crow tournament was the no, never mind.